Okay, this is a partial view looking north, looking south from the Union side of the map. Oh, I got two uhs in a sentence at the same time. Well, anyway, so that's kind of the overview of the map from both sides' perspective. In the foreground on the Union side is, let's see, looks like the first corps. They're automatically activated on turn one, and then you have the choice of activating uh, either the 12th or 9th Corps, 12th or 9th Corps. I think I'm going to activate the 12th Corps, which is off map to the center, basically. Uh, yeah, kind of off map to the center. You barely see them down there in the left-hand corner. So those are the two I'm going to activate, and we'll get right to the action. All right, I'm going to show the action um, from the first corps perspective for the moment, and then we'll switch over to the what is it, ninth corps, whatever it is I said. Um, I'm sorry if some things get out of focus or whatever, but I'm using autofocus, and it's notorious for locking on to things it shouldn't and not locking on to things it should. So anyway, I'm going to go for a small example of movement and all that type of stuff. But let's go through the sequence of play. We have, starting with the Union player turn, we have Union movement phase. This is where I would roll for core availability. I would need a 6 to activate core if I'd already withdrawn one, and it'd have to be in the available box. Then I could commit a new core, but I've already done that setup. Then we can move any or all units of a committed or available core. Available core may move freely, but they can't double time. They can't move within 5 pixels of an enemy. Committed pretty much can move freely, and a withdrawn core or whatever it is, an unactivated core can't do anything, basically. Okay, then we have the Union artillery fire phase. Fire each eligible artillery unit individually. Okay, any artillery unit not marked with a moved marker, which has a line of sight to an enemy unit, may fire. A maximum of 2 artillery units may fire at any one enemy unit. And when all fire is done, remove any moved markers from friendly artillery units. Artillery can move or fire in a turn. So if they move, they're marked with a move counter, cannot fire, etc., etc. Okay, I'm going to try and play historically as much as I can, as much as the game will allow. But I'm not going to guarantee you that it's going to be, a complete reenactment of the actual battle. But anyway, we are going to start with the Union movement. This corps is activated, the first corps, and I guess it's the 12th corps. 12th and 1st corps activated. So as examples of movement, some of these are going to go off screen. I apologize for that, but I'm just not going to move my camera around that much. Makes for horrible viewing. And so does a static camera sometimes. All right, we're going to move up and engage Jackson, Hood, and Ewell's brigades, hopefully. And it means we're going to cross close or near to the Miller cornfield. Let's see here. I guess we'll start moving. Roads just cost 1 movement point regardless. They just negate terrain features is all they really do. But I can't move without artillery fire, so most artillery can only fire up to 8 hexes. The Union does have 2 Parrott artillery pieces, which can fire up to 20 hexes. barring line of sight and all that stuff. So I don't think the Parrot guns, any unit that's not active or activated can still fire its artillery, even if it's in the available or... Let me get that other core, or the other state of a core, what it can be in, so I quit saying that. There's committed, available, and unavailable. So even unavailable artillery can still fire. I don't see anything with a clear line of sight at the moment. I'm not sure about the Parrot guns up at the top of the map. So that's north, south, east. The eastern part. I'll probably move them into range later when the core is committed. I just don't see... There's some terrain features that I'd have to check on as far as hills or ridges and stuff like that. Let me check here real quick. Crests, block line of sight, and they're closer to the firing unit. Anyway, I'm just going to assume they can at the moment. So, we're going to start moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Put him back here a minute. It costs +1 to enter an enemy zone of control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But he could not make it that far. And I can't stack him, so the best he could do is go there. He'll support the other guy, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I'll stop right there in the woods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Better bring the artillery up, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since it can't, well, can't move any farther than that. I could have probably force marched it or whatever, but it's good enough right there. It has a good field of fire at the Confederate units there. We'll continue. Cornfield costs 1, so we're going to try and go towards Ewell, but I doubt if we'll be able to make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's see, what else do I have? I have an artillery unit, but it cannot enter a zone of control unless accompanied by an infantry unit, which I probably should have done that. Let's see if we can roll it up to the cornfield anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we could do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's hope I can get a infantry unit to support it. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't want it left out there in the open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry if this is all blurry. My hands are all in the way. Let's see here a minute. For some reason, my computer antivirus thing wants to update, but I should not let that happen. Okay, let's move some other guys up here. Now, he does have an artillery unit with him. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's go on up there and engage Jackson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's about as close as he's going to get. It's not going to matter even if he tries to double time it. Okay, or force march or whatever it's called. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, that's all of the movement for First Corps. I will come back and we will move 12th Corps. So, thanks for your patience. We'll be right back. Okay, we're going to move 12th Corps up to support First Corps. We are going to use double time, which basically doubles the movement factor of each unit. There's also a road bonus. Primary roads, if you stay on the road throughout the entire turn or whatever, primary roads will give you a +3, and secondary will give you a +2. But we're going to do for double time, which just doubles your movement allowance, and it will give you an even greater road bonus if you use the road exclusively, but we're not. So we're going to pretty much just try and drive straight through the woods on the Union left to support the Union left flank and try to put pressure on the right flank of the Confederates. So without further ado, I'm going to move one of these guys back here in the back so I can kind of get an idea how far I can move the rear units so I don't get them too separated. Do have some artillery down at the bottom, but perhaps I should move them and see how far they can go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 12 movement points because they're double timing it. 7, 8, 9, 8, 9. Let's see what streams cost. Streams cost maybe they call runs. +1. So where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't think you can get across that run, so be that as it may. The next artillery piece will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know I just blocked the view there, sorry. Let's see. 10, 11, and 12. The orchards don't cost anything to move through. Alright, let's go ahead and I know you can't see that. Anyway, they moved over to there. Move my camera over here a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and move these guys towards the rear. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, basically 11. And we'll just keep on going that way. Try to move this up a little bit. Sorry, I'm not not that cinema photography oriented. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we'll stack with this artillery unit for 14. They're all from the same corps, and so therefore they can stack with the artillery. Alright, and like I said, they're doing double time. They're going to stay about 3 hexes away from an enemy unit, which is fine. I guess I could swing them all that way or try to swing them up north. Yeah, let's try something. I don't know if they went through this wooded area or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So using the double time is a pretty big advantage. Where are we at here? Looks like I need to move it up a little bit. Sorry if we missed some of the action. Okay, I know I could zoom in, zoom out, but we'll have to just bear with me here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Kind of the same deal, but maybe we'll go down south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My monitor is way too far away from my webcam, so that explains part of the wacky camera stuff. Okay, that was what, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's see, 3 away, we're pretty good there. 15, let's see how far this guy can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's well away from 3 hexes from an enemy unit, so forced march is fine. So, anyway, that gives a kind of an indication of movement. Unit positioning, that type of stuff. This is what it looks like for the silly camera. This is what it looks like for the Union 12 Corps after it's finished moving. Let's see here. Well, that gives you a pretty good indication of where they're at, what's going on. Anyway, when I return, it looks like we'll have, well, let me put a move marker here on the artillery. Moved. And moved. So when I come back, we'll resolve combat, which will have a defensive artillery on the defending side can fire, so we'll do that, and then we will have 2 combats, it looks like. One here and one here. Combats conducted in 2 rounds, as I believe I mentioned earlier. So one is, they're both indicated as My tripod's not going to stand up. There we go. Well, anyway, they seem to indicate that combat is voluntary in both rounds. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but the second round has some sort of stipulation involved with it. So I'll have to read up on that a little bit. But until then, I'm going to try and find something to stabilize my tripod with. And hopefully do a little bit better job. So anyway, when I return again, the next video will show the combat. Thanks again. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.